שים את זה שם. תתחיל לעבוד, זה לא ילך.
לא ילך, אה?
It's 5 a.m. May 25th, and Operation Solomon is underway. The Americans assisting the Israeli staff at their embassy in Addis Ababa arrive and set up the first posts. We are told to check that each family unit is together.
No, we're supposed to check it off on the list. Okay, so one will do that. One will check the number of people in the family, and then if it's all right, then somebody takes the paper.
We must also reluctantly take away their money.
We don't have to take their coins away from them, do we? Coins.
Coins?
Change.
Why do we even have to take their money at all?
I don't know.
Because they are not using if they are going to do something.
An agreement with the Ethiopian government apparently forbids the Jews from taking out local currency. At 6 a.m., the first families arrive. As they enter, they are funneled through a traffic control maze. So far, it's an orderly process. At the first checkpoint, Glenn Stein of the American Association for Ethiopian Jews counts the members of a first family. An elderly grandmother sits nearby. Each family that enters is checked off in a notebook, so we know how many have already come through. By 10 a.m., order breaks down. More than 14,000 Jews have gathered outside the embassy. Earlier this morning, embassy workers were sent out to spread the news and to bring the community in. Now in the crush, families panic that they might be separated or forgotten. The Israelis panic that they might not finish the job in time. Under pressure, some lose their cool. Inside the embassy, women put clothing on top of clothing. Because of the emergency nature of the evacuation, there's no space for personal belongings. Everything will be left behind. As temperatures rise into the 90s, children scramble for water. Food is not available. Outside a checkpoint, workers struggle to maintain order. Glenn Stein tells a family to turn in their money and directs them up a hill. The second area is packed. Here the waiting continues. Inside a tent, Israeli-Ethiopian workers once again check through the identification cards issued earlier to all Jewish families. Three hours and several checkpoints later, the first families are now ready to board the buses. Stickers on their foreheads tell which bus they'll be on. In 10 minutes, they'll arrive at the airport. Throughout the day, night, and next morning, we work without rest. By 10 a.m. Friday, nearly 15,000 people, almost the entire Jewish community in Addis Ababa, have left the country. We, too, are now ready to leave. As our bus arrives at the airport, our people are greeted by dozens of Israeli soldiers flown in especially for the day. They carry the youngsters and assist the elderly up the ramp of the Hercules aircraft. We choke back tears. A biblical people rushes into the 20th century. All 200 are now aboard. Some watch with awe as the giant hatch door lifts and shuts closed. For most, this will be the last peek at their motherland. Air sickness bags are passed out. There's no toilets, no food, and miraculously, no problems. For 5.5 hours, it's too noisy in here to talk. Exhausted, some sleep after the long night of waiting. Time passes quickly. In 15 minutes, we'll arrive. Mothers hoist their infants on their backs. Sisters smile. A rabbi gets ready. And we are here. The door comes down. A first glimpse at the new homeland. A dream of 2,000 years has come true.